So, I've been away for a while. It's Wednesday, October 13th. Yeah, I've been away for a while. I think it's been something like 5 weeks or something like that since I posted my last video. I still have yet to see a clinical doctor about whatever's going on in my brain. I'm not gonna lie, okay. Let's not dive into that. Let's not just go right into the fire. Let's back off a little bit. That's my fault. Because I'm just going straight off based off of the last video. But if you haven't watched my last video, then you're gonna be a little lost. So let me back off a little bit. So my last video was about how 12 years ago, or something like that, I was diagnosed with ADHD, and while that might be true, there is also a diagnosis that may have been missed, which I actually just recently learned, because this is a diagnosis that has just been recently brought to my attention, that I may be, that I might have that I might have Asperger's, essentially. And I think there's a new, it's not called that anymore, it's called like Autism Spectrum Level 1 or something like that. It's called something like that. Which basically means that you can function in just about every way, and you only need some assistance. Where, like, you know, severe forms of autism, you need, like, so level 3, you need, like, assistance in everyday life. So that's what my last video is about, and then how I just need a mental break because I've been going through a lot of shit, and I'm just not handling life very well, and relationships and friendships are just kind of falling apart, and I'm not handling me very well in life very well, and I'm not handling emotions very well, in that I can't feel them very much, and it's very confusing. It's just a very confusing time for me right now, in that I can't feel emotions very well. I haven't felt genuine sadness in probably 6 months. I haven't, like, cried probably in the same amount of time, except for, like, when I'm, like, in an immense amount of pain. But even that doesn't really bring me tears anymore. It just brings me anger. Like, anger and frustration are the only emotions I can feel right now. But besides that, I can't feel, like, sadness. Like, happiness is, like, kind of just like a faked, like, I just kind of fake it through the day. You know, and hiding my pain every day, hiding the physical and mental anguish that I'm going through every single day, hiding it, hiding the truth of what I'm going through every single day is just fucking exhausting, and it's becoming impossible. And rather not impossible, it's just becoming too exhausting and just too much effort. I just don't have the strength in me anymore to push. I just keep pushing an image out there that's not me. Like, yeah, I want to be that lovable, laughable, crazy guy out there that everybody loves and sees and whatever, but, like, that's not me. Like it is me, but it's not. Like, it is who I have been forever, but there's a lot of pain behind that. Like, a lot of pain, and I just hide it from the world. And now I'm letting my guard down and letting people see it, and it's scaring people because it's showing people how hurt I am inside. And, like, the topic of this video is basically just how depression and isolation can really go hand in hand. Because when I went into my Snapchat last night, there are some people I used to talk to every day that I haven't talked to in over a month. And they're not messaging me either, so it's not like, you know, this goes back to, like, what I was saying. Oh, I don't even know what I've said before, but, like, basically, I just feel like I was talking to my therapist. I'm going to be all over the place in this video, so just stick with me. I'm having a rough time right now, so I'm just trying to organize my thoughts is impossible right now. So I might be all over the place in this video. Just try to stay with me. I'll try to make it short because I genuinely don't think I can talk more than 20 minutes without, like, punching a wall or something, because I'm going to get so frustrated. But my friends and family and like my loved ones, like I have just asked them straight up in the recent weeks, just like straight up, like just don't bullshit me. I'm not in the mood for it. I cannot handle lies. Like just tell me the truth. Am I a nuisance? Like not in the sense of like, am I a nuisance as a friend, but like, do I talk too much? Am I selfish? You know, do I tend to disregard other people's feelings? Like, do I tend to just talk over people? Like, is this something I do because I don't know that I'm doing it? So, like, just tell me. Like, tell me the truth. Am I doing this? And, like, I think I asked, like, 10 people, and, like, 9 of them said yes. And it hit me so hard that I've been doing this, and I didn't even realize it, that I was like, shit, this is probably the reason that I have, like, no friends anymore. Because, like, the friends I used to talk to every day, like, sober me. Like, the person after drinking, they used to talk to people, like, every day. So it wasn't that, like, drinking, you know, cut them out of my life. It was sober me. You just talk to people, like, every day. Now don't talk to me. And I'm like, I wonder if it's because they think that I'm just this selfish asshole that just doesn't actually care about them. And I'm like, that's not the truth. Like, I actually care about them. It's just because I don't realize I'm doing this. And it's not a cop-out. I literally don't understand. Like, I said this like 2 videos ago. I literally don't understand that I'm doing these things. And that's what I'm trying to figure out, going to a psychiatrist and trying to figure out what is the reason that this is happening. Is it just severe ADHD? Is it, you know, this autism spectrum level 1? Like, is it, you know, something else that's blocking me? Is it just literally like a mental block, like, that I need to work through? Is it that I'm so socially isolated that anytime I am with other people, I just tend to panic and not get social cues? Like, what's going on? I want to understand my mind more, because right now I don't understand it at all. And it is super frustrating to an extent I cannot explain. And, like, I just want to understand what the hell is going on, because, like, this last blow to my brain was, and my heart was just, you know, ruining a relationship that could have budded into something special, and now that person and I barely talk. And, you know, that's typically how it goes. I know, you know, if a relationship doesn't work out, usually you stop talking completely, but, you know, I'm trying to hold on to a friendship, but the friendship probably won't, you know, not probably won't work out, but it just feels like it's not going to work out. It feels like it's just not going to work out, but, you know, that's my mind playing tricks on me that, you know, it just can't go well. Like, that's just how my mind works, is just, like, anything that starts to go well, my mind is just like, nope, no, don't feel good. You can't feel good. You're not allowed to feel good. And that's just how, like, my whole life has felt. Because, like, last week I felt, like, great because I applied for a new job. The interview went great, and then I got turned down for the job. And but before I even got turned down for the job, like, my mind was already like, you're not getting this job, and, you know, you're going to be stuck in this dead-end job forever. You're going to be overworked like crazy. Your body's going to continue to fall apart. Like, your doctors are just going to keep telling you that your body's just going to keep falling apart. You're going to be in a wheelchair at 35, like your doctor said 5 years ago. And, like, my leg, my hip, everything is falling apart on my left side, to the extent that my spine is actually collapsing on itself and actually pushing down on my left side. Like, there's a joint in my left side that's actually deteriorating to the point where I might need to have it fused, but if I have it fused, it's still disintegrating. So I might actually end up in a wheelchair because my left leg might not be able to be used. So it's just, I'm exhausted. It might not look it because I'm just talking nonstop, but I am exhausted. And every day I am waking up. Okay, so this trigger warning, hang on. Trigger warning, stop the video. If triggers bother you, I'm not going to tell you what they are. Just stop the video for a second. Or skip past it like a minute. I'll try to get this over in a minute. Because I want you to watch the rest of the video, but just for the next minute, just turn it off. Or skip forward a minute from right now. Okay, so, like every morning right now, I'm waking up wishing I hadn't. But it's not that I'm suicidal. It's just that I wish I hadn't woken up. You know, it's not that, like, I'm going to do something to myself. It's just that I'm so physically in pain, mentally in pain every day for the past decade that it's just like, when is it going to stop? And it just feels like it's never going to. And this life just doesn't feel like it's ever going to get better. Like, I know I keep saying it's going to get better, and I keep hoping it will, but it feels like it's just going to be so mentally draining forever. And I don't feel like I can get that mental capacity back up. Like, that's just how I feel right now. But that's depression weighing on me. It's not how I'm going to feel. This is not how I'm going to feel forever. It's just, this is how my depression is just smacking me right in the head. Like, you know, I don't know why I physically smack myself in the head, but like, this is just how I'm literally, I just literally feel like I'm drowning. And it's just, which is ironic because I can't swim, but you know, it's just, I cannot say, it feels like I'm trying to stay afloat, treading water with like an anchor tied to my ankle. Like it just, or like an anvil. Like, you know, it's just like I'm trying to stay afloat, but I got 300 pounds stripped to my foot. Like, it's, you know, so it's like, how do I stay afloat with that? And, you know, and in that anvil is just all of, you know, depression, anxiety, you know, money struggles, you know, still living with my parents' struggles, you know, body struggles, both like in shape-wise, like getting rid of this weight, which may never happen because without my gallbladder, this weight is becoming a real problem trying to get rid of. And not being able to exercise because my body's just falling apart, and it feels like I'm just in an uphill battle for the rest of my life. And it may be that, but trying to get my mind to a healthy place to fight that uphill battle for the rest of my life is very difficult. I'm not saying it's impossible. Nothing is impossible at this point. It's just, except for maybe running. I don't think I'll be able to run again. I told a friend like last week, I'm like, I will run again. And I was like, realistically, I tried to climb a ladder 2 days ago, and climbing up the ladder and back down, I blew up my back. Like a 10-foot ladder. It was like 8 rungs up, 8 rungs down, I blew up my back. And I think I can run again? Probably not. Like, you know, if a 10-foot ladder blew up my back, I'm pretty sure I will never be able to run a mile again. That's not good. But, you know, so I think some things are impossible. I don't think I'll ever be able to run again. I think between my hip and my back completely disintegrating on itself. I think if I tried to run again, I would just speed up that process, and I don't want to make things worse for myself. But the other thing that's been weighing on me is trying to find a job that will work for my health the best way possible, because a desk job just made me get in my mind too much. Also, the only desk job I've had, well, that's not true. I had a desk job like 5 years ago. I actually love that job, but I don't think it's there anymore. But this desk job I had, you know, a couple months ago, really toxic work environment, not going back to it. You know, physical jobs probably won't, you know, aren't in the cards, and like driving jobs I can't get because of all the allergy medications I take, and it's just like, well, if I can't do a desk job, a physical job, or a driving job, it's like, what job is there left to do? So it's just like weighing on me trying to figure out what job I'm qualified for that I can get without a degree, and it's like, if I have to go back to school to get a degree to get a different job, I'm like, am I stuck at Walgreens for another 2-3 years? You know, it's just a lot of pressure on me to try to figure out what to do with my life going forward, because I'm making no money right now. And it's like, I just got to figure out what to do next, but at the same time, I don't want to keep putting more wear and tear on my body, because my body cannot handle anymore. Like, I'm literally having chest pains every day from how stressed out my body is. Like, my back and my leg pain are back to a full force, just, I can't take it anymore. And then my wrist, you know, I don't have my wrist guard on, bad Alex, you know, it's actually right here, but I'm having my wrist surgery in, you know, a week from tomorrow, so whatever. But, you know, it's like my body physically cannot take any more stress I put on it, so it's like, I've got to not work 2 jobs. Like, that is not going to happen. But I need to find a better job, but to find a better job that I'm more qualified for, or that I'm qualified for, period. that will not do more damage to my back than I've already done. Just doesn't feel possible right now, and it's just so I have just gone complete. I am suffering really badly from depression right now, and I've just gone into complete isolation mode, where I'm not talking to friends, I'm barely talking to family, I'm in my room when I'm not at work, and it's just work, doctors, work, doctors, work, doctors, work, doctors, work, doctors, work, doctors, and a tiny bit of sleep. I'm barely sleeping at all right now. And it's just kind of gotten out of control, and things have gotten out of control, and I'm trying to get back to my channel because this kind of feels healthy to talk about these kinds of things in a broad spectrum. I'm only talking about me in this video just to explain why I've been gone for the past 5 weeks. This is not a selfish thing. It's to explain why I've been gone the past 5 weeks, because I know at least a few people watch my videos like every week to figure out, or not figure out, but to find comfort in knowing that there's somebody else going through certain issues like them, and that's willing to talk about them so openly, to like put them out on YouTube. Even though I know my channel's not big and it probably never will be, but I still feel like I could make a difference in someone else's life, letting them know, hey, depression's okay to go through. It's not fun to go through, but don't have to feel ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed that I'm depressed. It's something that people will go through. It sucks that I'm depressed. I hate this. I hate it. I mean, if you love being depressed, something's up. You need to go get help. But this sucks. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. Not with a passion, but like I just hate this. I hate this feeling. I hate this feeling that I'm in a rut. I hate this feeling that all my coworkers can see that there's something very wrong with me, because I'm not hiding who I am. I'm not hiding behind laughter and smiles and whatever. I'm just letting them see how I am right now. And yeah. I don't mean to be so in this video, but it's just, this is just how I'm feeling right now. So I'm not gonna mask what this video is about behind a smile or a laugh or whatever. This is a very genuine video. I mean, all my videos are genuine, but this is a very genuine, heart-to-heart, very, very real, very powerful video, in the sense that I'm not hiding anything right now. So next week's video, if I make one, not really sure what it's going to be about. Might be more on this topic, just because I want to talk about this more in a broad spectrum, get down to the roots of not what causes depression, but just things that can cause depression, what you can do to handle it. Even though I'm not handling it very well, so that's probably a bad video to make, because you shouldn't preach what you can't do yourself. But at the same time, I want to try to help people, that are going through similar things. So if you're suffering from depression, talk to someone, which is something I'm trying to do. Like I said, I'm trying to talk to a professional. If you don't want to talk to a professional, try to talk to a friend. If you don't want to talk to a friend, talk to a family member. If you don't want to talk to a family member, message me. We're probably going through, not similar things, but if you're suffering from depression, so am I. So, you can talk to me if you want. Message me on any of my socials. I'll have them in the description. But, reach out to other people that you see hurting. Just take care of one another and keep fighting. Keep fighting. I know I am. Like I said, I'm not going anywhere. It's just a real rough time right now. Yeah, so everybody just keep fighting on, keep going, and take care of one another. Tell someone you love them today, or you care about them, and I will see everybody next week, hopefully. Like I said, right now everything's kind of wild card. I know it's my first video in a while, but I will try to make a video next week, and I will see everybody hopefully next week. Take care of each other, and take care of yourself, first and foremost. See you soon.